Now that would be pretty cool if I was actually able to create and hit somebody with a Rasengan. But you know what that means, everyone? This is 8 Minutes with Aaron. I am your host, Aaron, and today we have a few stragglers from the Naruto collection we have to get through. So let's just get rolling with 8 Minutes with Aaron. So a few days ago, I went over my Naruto Shippuden collection, or Naruto and Naruto Shippuden collection. I did not actually show everything that was in the box. So we have to make a video and go through the last remaining ones. So the first one we're gonna pull out of here, and there is a little story behind this. It is the masked man, known as Tobi. Now, when we first saw Tobi, we were like, who is this dude? He's an Akatsuki, he's a goofball, he's dropping bombs with Adara, and, he's not really that serious. He was a new member of Akatsuki, but you know what? This little gem right here turned out to be one of the biggest villains in the series. I'm gonna ruin it because it is Obito under the mask. He's sort of like in a white Zetsu kind of costume. He perpetrated the greatest scheme ever, brought back Uchiha Madara, well, Kabuto technically did, started a war, all for one girl. All for one girl. Now, if I was a young kid back in the day, I would probably do it for like one girl. I mean, I was immature, I didn't know what was going on, and this happened when he was a kid. So he probably just got straight brainwashed, and that's exactly what did happen. And after he took off the mask, Obito was still as husky as he was with the mask on. I mean, he had the one eye open on his mask just so you can see the little Sharingan. He would do the Kumai and teleport in and out. When they tried to attack him, and then he got like he's like, oh, hi guys, how's everybody doing? And then he got his manly voice like, oh yeah, well, we're gonna fuck these guys up, aren't we, Adara?
信じられないなんてね。思った通りだ。
So Tobi, Obito, you are one of my favorites. That is right. I guess, the fourth Hokage was the man, and then you got Kakashi, who was definitely one of my top favorites, and then you got Obito, who is one of my top favorites. I've only seen him in flashbacks, and he was one of my favorites. And I really don't like anyone from the Uchihas. Nah, that's a lie. I like Shizu and I like Apache. Sasuke is a hit or miss. But yeah, I mean, Obito, just something so basic, wearing a mask and a Akatsuki cloak. He is sick. I like the design. I witnessed him for Halloween one year. My old friend Andrew Brown from Holland Day Camp went into him as well. So he's a pretty special character. Alright, and the next one we're going to pull out of here, since we're talking about the Uchihas, let's just talk about Uchiha Sasuke. That was the music when he appeared during the Chunin exam, when he popped up in front of Gaara, when he was about to be disqualified and pulled old Kakashi. Sorry, I'm late. But this Sasuke is when he's a little bit older and in Shippuden. Now, I can't really tell you which part of Shippuden this could be. It could be when he first met Naruto in Orochimaru's compound, when he, was going to do the Karin and lightning blade everybody. But it also could be when he appeared at the war. They wore kind of the similar suits. And Sasuke's design did change. As an adult, it changed about 2 or 3 times. He wore the Akatsuki clothes. This is his basic generic version. And Sasuke, of course, is the last remaining Uchiha currently. Well, he has a daughter, so I guess he's not the last one. Let's say full-blooded. He's the last full-blooded Uchiha that exists. Unless Orochimaru has another experiment going on. Sasuke is also the rival of Naruto. He does possess the Rasengan, well, not anymore, and he has the Eternal Magna Sharingan. His fight against Danzo was amazing. Both encounters against Naruto were fantastic. Even the little scraps that they had were great. I guess him versus Tadaro was pretty much fire. Him versus Itachi, fire. Alright, let's just say most of Sasuke's fights are incredibly awesome and he's fire. I mean, I really don't like him, but his fights are freaking sick. He's one of the main characters. Of course they have to be sick. He's got to match Naruto. You're not going to watch a show and be like, oh yeah, I like Sasuke, but he's kind of a chump and he doesn't really fight. The dude's killing people with the Amatsurzora. Once he, fights his brother. He fights Killer B. That was probably, I don't know how many times I watched that fight of him versus Killer B with the swords. When they're going ting, 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 ting. And he died like twice. So
gassed up, shawty, said I need my 40, pull up to the party.
Alright, and the last one that we're gonna pull out of here before I run out of time or make a bigger fool of myself is going to be my man doing a Rasengan! God, I love saying that. Naruto Uzumaki! Now, Naruto Uzumaki, of course, is the, main character in Naruto. You might think it's Sasuke, the way people talk about it, but the show's called Naruto. It ain't called mopey ass Sasuke who's, complaining half the time that he is the strongest. It is called Naruto, and Naruto's story is just amazing. If you watch it from the Naruto starting point to Naruto Shippuden to the end, there is no way that you can not like this guy. He went through hell and high water to get to where he was at. He fought his ass off, and Naruto is definitely a hero. He has not had any bad fights that I can think of. I wish he would have had an opportunity to fight Kimiyamaru a little bit longer, but I don't really even give a shit about that because Rock Lee stepped in and Rock Lee beat his ass. Naruto really made a name for himself, I guess you can say, during the fight with Zabuza, where he did his Kagebunshin and turned into one of the Shuriken kunais that Sasuke threw. That was ingenious. This is Naruto who thought of that, who everyone thought he was just some Nimrod loser who could never amount to anything. And if you watch Naruto, that just has to fill you up with joy just to see a character progress that far. And that's why I think so many people appreciate the series for, what it was. Even, Neji, who really didn't have tons of screen time, you got invested in him because they just threw that hook. And you're like, man, Naruto has to save Neji. Naruto has to save this guy. And in the end, guess what? He saved his best friend. Both of them together in the end, trying to get out of that blue light that's underneath. Both of them in the end together. And then they had to make that horrible, serious Boruto. Why couldn't they just do like Naruto Adult Version Shippuden Plus? I would have done that. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me. 3 great characters. 2 that are very much my favorite and one's meh. I will see you next time. Let me know who your Naruto character, or your favorite Naruto character I should have said. I will see you next time. Running out of time. Bye-bye. See ya.